Murray. Mobley, it's a running start at Cornette. Swings it back to Mitchell. Mitchell got Brown on the fly, but he goes to the basket and buries Cornette.
A few years ago during a playoff series, Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell were involved in arguably the greatest point guard duel the league has ever seen. And that made us ask the question, who do we think is the better player? Today, we're going to answer that crazy tough debate. There's no better place to kick this video off than by looking at each player's stats. We'll start with Jamal Murray. Murray has averaged 16.3 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 3.8 assists over the course of his career to this point. Not bad numbers, but also not the greatest career stats either. As for his totals, he's scored 5,639 points, grabbed 1,258 rebounds, and dished out 1,322 assists. Moving on to his percentage now, he shoots 44.6% from the field, 36.7% from behind the arc, and 87.8% from the charity stripe. As for Murray's career high averages, in 2021 he averaged 21.2 points, then he had 4.2 rebounds and 4.8 assists per game in 2019. So his scoring took an uptick in 2021, but his other stats peaked back in 2019. Now we'll shift over to Donovan Mitchell's stats. Donovan averages 23.9 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per game throughout his career, all of which are better numbers than what Jamal has. Mitchell also has better totals across the board with 8,234 points, 1,433 rebounds, and 1,542 assists. His shooting is a bit lower though, as he shoots 44.1% from the field over his career, 36.1% from behind the arc, and 83.3% from the free throw line. Mitchell's best seasons have also come recently, as he averaged 26.4 points in 2021, he had 4.4 rebounds in 2020, and 5.3 assists per game in 2022. So putting all these numbers together, it's pretty clear that Mitchell wins the stats department of this debate. He has better career averages, better career highs, and better totals. The only downside is his efficiency, but it's only a very, very minimal difference. Next up, we're going to cover the head-to-head matchups between Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell. But we're going to start by diving into their playoff series against one another. The two of these guys combined for 475 points, 65 threes, 9 30-plus games, and 4 50-plus games in just one single series. Murray became the first player since Michael Jordan to score 3 straight 40-point games in a playoff series when he played against Mitchell. On the other hand, D-Mitch was the first player to ever average 35-plus points, 50-plus field goal percentage, 50-plus three-point percentage, and 90-plus free throw percentage in a single playoff run. You really can't get much better than these two guys, and it's always a show when they square off. They've played against one another a total of 19 times, with 12 coming in the regular season, and then those other 7 being that aforementioned playoff series. In total, Murray has won 10 games compared to Mitchell's 9. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that Mitchell has better averages across the board in these matchups. He averages 27 points, 4.9 rebounds, 4.6 assists, and 1.2 steals per game. Meanwhile, Murray averages 24.1 points, 4.9 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and just 0.4 steals per game. So I think we're going to have to call this one a draw. Murray's won one more game, but Mitchell has slightly better stats, so you really can't say that one is clearly better than the other when you're talking about head-to-head matchups. Alright, career accolades is another category we like to talk about, but it's important to note that both Murray and Mitchell have only played in 5 seasons each, which is actually incredibly surprising when you think about how big their names have gotten over the years. And also, they're each listed as playing 5 years in the league, but I think that Murray doesn't count for this past year due to missing it because of an injury. So now that we've covered that, let's talk about Murray first. He's actually never been named into an NBA All-Star game yet to this point. He's gotten named into the NBA All-Rookie second team, and he won a Rookie of the Month award during that same year. However, that was pretty much it. Murray actually doesn't have anything else to his name up to this point. He doesn't have a championship or an NBA Finals appearance, there aren't any more All-NBA team selections, nor are there any other awards such as MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, or things like that. So now we'll flip over to Mitchell. He's made it into not 1, not 2, but 3 All-Star games compared to the 0 for Murray. He's also been named onto the All-Rookie First Team, another step up for Murray. But outside of that, the awards are again limited. He's gotten 3 weekly awards, 5 monthly awards, and 5 seasons where he picked up All-NBA votes, though never got put onto one of the teams. I'd have to say that Mitchell is the easy winner of the accolade category, though. He's played the same number of seasons, but he's got more All-Star appearances, a Rookie First Team over Murray's second, and nearly triple the number of weekly or monthly awards.
wins.
Now we're going to move on to the next category, which is their team success. This is a pretty interesting one, to say the least. Murray started by missing the playoffs in his rookie year with the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets continued to be just one player short and missed the playoffs the following year. After that, they did make it into the playoffs, where they eventually lost in 7 games during the Western Conference semifinals to the Portland Trail Blazers. Murray helped them get back into the playoffs the next year and marched into the Western Conference Finals. They overcome 2 3-1 deficits in back-to-back series as well to get here, but they ended up losing in 5 games to the eventual champions, the Los Angeles Lakers. Then finally, his last full season healthy saw the Nuggets make the postseason but lose to the Phoenix Suns in a sweep during the semifinals. But that was more of a Nikola Jokic series because Murray wasn't healthy that entire year. Flipping to Mitchell now, he's dragged the Utah Jazz into the playoffs every single season he's been in the league. The Jazz never really made it very far though, losing in the semifinals, then the first round twice, then the semifinals again, and most recently the first round for a 3rd time. As far as who takes this one, it really just depends on how you look at this category. Mitchell is consistently helping his team make the postseason, but they haven't gone very far in the years that they've been there. Meanwhile, Murray isn't helping his team make the postseason as much, but they've gone deeper in those 2 campaigns that they did make it. But I think that's more of a testament to Jokic being on the Nuggets and Utah overall just flaming out consistently in the postseason. Without Mitchell, though, this Jazz team doesn't make the playoffs, while the Nuggets still did with Jokic. So I'm going to go ahead and give this category to Donovan.
Wins.
Now, before we talk about what these players are known for in the league and decide a winner, we've got to show you all a little taste of how they played on the court. Take a look at just some of the plays they've made both against one another and in the league in general.
Yeah, Denver's a bit funky this season.
Murray!
My goodness.
That
Absolutely.
was impressive.
Jamal Murray expressing himself.
Just a great job by Donovan Mitchell.
It's going to be a hard show and get back on that screen.
Mitchell kept it one back. Donovan Mitchell coming with some smoke.
So these are 2 players who are known for relatively the exact same thing. Murray is a flashy scorer who's gotten better every single season he's been in the league. He plays perfectly alongside Jokic in the pick-and-roll game, and it's a reason why the Nuggets get so difficult to guard when he's healthy. Now as for Mitchell, he's another flashy scorer who can completely carry a team with his athleticism and heroics. And at the end of the day, this is exactly what these 2 players have come to be thought of as, which isn't a bad thing. It actually makes this debate 10 times harder to figure out due to their similar playstyles. Alright, so with all that said, we finally get to the part of the video where we come to a conclusion of who we think is the better player overall. And I'm gonna have to say that the title goes to Donovan Mitchell over Jamal Murray.
Wins.
Mitchell made more of an impact with the Jazz, and he was crucial to their winning success, while his numbers were also better across the board. And let's not forget that he's picked up more accolades than Murray up to this point in their careers too. So leave us a comment down below if you think we made the right choice with Mitchell, or if you think that Murray deserves a little more credit than he's given.